to tackle these issues.
Bless my land, Jamaica. Yeah, man, proud to be a Jamaican. Oi there, me not like how you go on with it. Oi there.
People production.
Vlog on the go, me a vlog on the go. I have some information for you to know.
Blessed and greetings all of my viewers and subscribers, kings and queens, lion and lioness. I hope all is blessed, and as usual, I hope this visual finds you all in the best of health. You know, health over wealth, and your health is your wealth. So maybe going to please take care of it, eat right, drink right, think right, help someone if you can. Now, big up all of my kings and queens, everybody on the platform, brothers, sisters, friends, families, lovers, haters. As I say, your support is highly appreciated. Now, my viewers and subscribers, I know I'm late with the video, with the news, but it's best to be late than never. As I say, yes, man, so big up everybody on the platform. Now, this one is relation to Mr. L0n and Mr. Andre Stevens and Mrs. Karen Cross. See, big up the partner jar team. Wow, partner jar was a better Jamaica. See, big up Mr. L0n same way. Yes, my viewers and subscribers. So, Mr. L0n had a interview with Mr. Mark Golden, which was a big interview, you know what I mean? You know, the opposition leader that. So I say, and after the interview, there was mixed views. Some people said the interview could have been sterner and firmer. Some people said the interview was great. And them enjoyed it. Them get to know Mr. Golden. Zine. Now, people are entitled to their views. As I say, people have to be open to criticism and critics. Zine. Yes, man, so you don't know my viewers and subscribers. So Mr. L0n never asked like that, you know what I mean? So he came out and he said, boy, people can't program him and tell him what to do. You see me? And he asked questions which was relating to Jamaica and the Jamaica people and diaspora. See, but I don't know. Mrs. Karen Cross, who's a politician, hence Mr. Andre Stevens, they wanted more political questions to be asked. See, I don't know, Mr. L0n didn't think, and he said maybe he never want to get deep into the political reason side of it, you know what I mean? As I say, I don't know when I'm on mine, see? Yes, so yeah, Mr. L0n came out and speak and he said, boy, they GoFunded me that them have around a fraud and you know what I mean, Andre Stevens not credible because he did his research and all that stuff. So after he came out and said that, now Miss Karen Cross responded with this video. You're going to hear the voice or what she's saying, her statement, her addressing Mr. L0n about the frauding and about the GoFundMe page, and you know what I mean? So I'm going to hear what she says. So you don't know the routine after the break.
I love guys, we got me bed hungry. We couldn't go to let you be shot at ground. In a shame for time. Who feels it knows, who feels it knows. Growing up, my life wasn't easy. Believe me, it wasn't a better house.
Yes, welcome back. Thanks for staying if you're still here. I know so good at that shows you care. I know good at saying me chat too much. I know if I don't might not have enough data. I don't know why you didn't use now. I don't know why wait till later. Is that what I say? So yeah, what Miss Karen Cross has to say, her addressing Mr. L0n.
You see, in this Black History Month, we think of Marcus Garvey and we think of Malcolm X and we think of how Paul Bogle walked from Stonygut to Spanish Town to demand the right to vote, and they refused to talk to him and him burned down the damn courthouse. That's one of my favorite stories in the course of Jamaica. How Bogle walked from Stonygut to demand some justice. They refused to give him that justice, and Bogle burned down the damn courthouse. And we need some more Bogle now. But the thing that bothers me about all of this is we're lonesome. Embodiment to the ends of the earth. And I thought, and I saw so many videos and so many commentary on the whole matter, and it agitated me. So on behalf of the resistance, I thought that I need to set some things out here and set some things straight where we're lonesome and his utterances are concerned. Every time throughout history, it has never failed. Every time a Jamaican man or a Jamaican woman rise up to defend the Jamaican poor people, there is always one of that poor people in the midst of it all who get bought out by Bakrabasa and start beating up the whole process. Every time, it has never failed. It's part of our history. It's part of our culture. It has happened. Now here is L0n, a guy who has been on his channel, operating from Canada, doing a lot of good things, speaking out against the system, beating up on the oppressors, beating up on those who hold down and beat down poor people. Never was getting much views, heard about you, invited you onto the program. You rise up his program to a high level. He invited me on his program. His program began to get a lot of chatter because people went on. And then now, here is you, trying to feed poor people, trying to rise up the Jamaican people to start to defend themselves and speak for themselves and stand up for their rights and justice, leading the partner draw movement. And here is L0n trying to tear it down. One of those black poor people who come from a black poor community in Kingston and migrated to Canada and making a little life for himself. And instead of elevating and lifting up those who are trying to help others like him, come onto his program to tear it down. Now we have to assess, why did he do that? Why does he feel a need to do that? He felt the need to do it because he said on Sunny Day's program when she interviewed him that he was going to ask Mark Golding some tough questions. He was going to be tough on him. He's going to ask him, he's going to hit him hard. Those are his words. Those are not our words or Sunny words. Those are his words. And what happened? Lo and behold, he got Mark Golding on his program. And the hardest question he asked Mark Golding was, how are you, sir? How are you doing? Those are the hardest questions he asked. He never asked anything after that. And we know the resistance said to him, but L0n, sir, you get the leader of the opposition on your program. You have been beating down the government, and I'm not defending the government at all. But you have been beating on the government. You asking questions like, where is the money that the government get for COVID? This government receives a lot of money to fight COVID, you know. You know that, Andre?
We are all aware. And it's him tell the
money that get to fight COVID, you know.
Is the truth
so
is him tell me how much money him know about.
Right. So the government get all this money for COVID, and you beat up the government. Now, if you're beating up the government, fine. But you equally have to hold accountable the leader of the opposition. That is how our two-party democratic system works. You beat the government and you said, where is the damn money? Where's all that millions and millions and millions of dollars that you get to fight COVID? Why is the price of food, the simple, ordinary, staple food that poor people rely on, rice, chicken, oil, why are those prices so sky high? And you get money for COVID and you not give nobody no money? And when you ask the government that, you must equally ask the opposition leader, where is your voice? Where is your stand on this? How can the government be getting away with that and you sit down there not even arguing on behalf of poor people?
Yes, true.
Those are the questions he should be asking the opposition leader. So we felt that he failed. He never asked those questions. I want to ask ourselves one question. Why? Why did you not do that? Why did Mr. L0n not ask Mark Golding, where is your voice? What is your plan for crime? Crime is getting out of hand. Well, crime has been out of hand from what we kill Philip. But Mr. Golding, what is the opposition plan? Mr. Golding, why are you not holding Andrew Golding accountable and asking him where's the money for COVID? Mr. Golding, where are you? Why are you hiding? Mr. Golding, there is possible money laundering going on with your partner, Peter Bunting, company proven possible. With all of that is going on, just get a banking license. All the dots are now connecting from Peter Bunting's challenge to Peter Phillips in 2019 till now. The whole thing has come full circle. Mr. Golding, this don't look good. Why did L0n not ask Mr. Golding those questions? L0n was there sucking up tobacco mass of Golden and not asking them any question. And then you vex because we tell you that you never do a good job, because we feel that Golden and Dayton paid you to do that soft interview, and so you come out, want to debase the resistance, want to mash up the partner draw movement, want to mash up people's character because we call you out. So poor people have to look into this and have to say, well, if you get an opportunity to talk to the opposition leader and you didn't ask him the questions, the pertinent questions as it relates to poor people liberty, and you get an opportunity to ask him, you didn't ask him, and the resistance come out and call you out for it, and your reaction to our calling you out on it and our criticism is that you start to sully up the character of the only person who is now taking charge of poor people and talking to them and feeding them and giving them hope. You come out to beat up Andre Stevens, you come out to fight and beat up the partner movement, you come out to fight and beat down the resistance. I am just an ordinary member of the resistance, but the resistance is huge. So when you open your mouth against the resistance, you're licking up hundreds and thousands of people who are fighting this resistance. So you can't be a fighter for poor people and then taking the side of Bakramasa to beat down for poor people. When we went downtown last week, Monday, Andre, because we didn't get to feed them on Sunday. We went down there on Monday. I would like the Jamaican people to know this. We spoke to I spoke to at least 4 gentlemen who lived in the United States for over 30 years. And they were deported for one reason or the other, right onto the streets of Kingston. It's as if they were lifted out of whatever jail they were being held in the United States, and they came here and they dropped them off at the airport, and the man them take them like a bag with them like a stuff and walk to downtown, and that's where they have been for the last 15-20 years. Downtown on the sidewalk, in a little alley, trying to live, trying to eat, no family, no friends, nobody to talk to. You could have seen the face of Anthony, that maroon man, just to sit down there and have that conversation with us that day. And sometimes it's not just food they want. They want to tell you them story. Their stories are stories of blood, their stories are stories of hardship, the stories that only our slave owners can relate to, because they were the one who created these conditions for people like Anthony to have no place to live, to be struggling right around the corner of Ward Theatre, sleep in a little alley, to have nothing to eat, to can't get a bath, can't take a shower because of him life. He was deported from the United States. That he went to the United States in 1973, Anthony said. And he came back in 96. They deported him in 96 straight to the streets of Kingston, and that's where he has been since then. And L0n want to mash up that. What's the matter with you, L0n, who come from outer Rockford, from a poor family background? What's wrong with you? Why are you trying to deprive poor people of a chance? Every time they did it to Marcus Garvey, they did it to every single black man. Every person that has risen up to defend poor people, there is always that traitor, that backstabbing, treacherous wretch in the midst,
Yes,
trying to mash it down. And that is what L0n doing. Him is a Judas. Judas betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. I don't know how much Mark Golden and Dayton paid him for that interview, because that is what we feel, L0n, that you got paid to do that interview, and when we call you out on it, you went after us, you came after us because we called you out on the interview. And we're not going to let you get away with it, because poor people have to be fed. Do you know? You sit down around your little desk with a little mic. Do you know how many people downtown, right in front of Ward Theatre, at Peters Lane, at King Street, at Arbor Street, right at the corner of Port Royal Street? That's where they sleep, that's where they live, that's where they eat whatever they can find. And very few people, very few care about them. Very few go look for them and say, here, Here is something to eat. Here is $500. How are you doing? Ask them something. Talk to them. Once you start talking to them talk as if people have not spoken to them for years.
True.
That is their life. People pass them, come. Them sit down in them little cardboard box. And them collect little food and somebody give them out. Nobody now hold the conversations with them.
True.
Nobody. One man down there, him got sick. Him got beaten up. Boy beat him up, bust up his head. Is that poor lady that don't remember her name? I'm so sorry I can't remember.
From Mr. Olness constituency.
She live in my constituency. She come from down that
Olympic way.
She is the one who catch at somebody place, she says, and she get up every day and she go downtown and she carry what she can and she help those who she can. When the man head get bust up, she fix him wound, she dress him wound, she carry a clean shirt for him, she did what she can. Those are the people that the oldest need to go look for and give them the job to feed poor people and look after homeless people. They want somewhere to live.
Yes, my viewers and subscribers, when you're still there, alright, respect for staying here, man. You like Karen Cross saying, Miss Karen Cross, you know, saying, boy, they wanted more stern question to ask, like, where's the money, the COVID money? I know COVID money run, because everywhere in the world, every country get money to assist people who have their business, self-employed, people who are self-employed, staff, workers, employees who are employed by the employers, you know what I mean? They've got money so people can get money to sustain them business. Like how Andrea Ball said, film business I run down through COVID and they get no money. If the money they run in Jamaica, please let me know, because I know guarantee you the money never run. I know money run, but the people in the slum and who them class has come never get none. You see what I say? Yeah, so those are the questions Mrs. Cross wanted Mr. Lonesome. Expected Mr. Lonesome were gonna ask. You know, seeing that he bashed them all the while on different poor people, but as me say, each man to their own, and you know what I mean, I burn politics, but I don't know, I'm not doing this for politics reason, burn politics, you see me? Yeah man, I'm doing this because I want a better Jamaica, that's why I say I do them vlog here more time, and I'm in support of Andre, you know what I mean? Yes, straight up. So may I say, my viewers and subscribers, so let me know what you think in the comment section still. And one thing, Miss Cross, Karen Cross, in her statement that touched me, you know, is most of all is about the homeless people them who are on the street sleeping, you know, and need somewhere to go, need food. A lot of people out there want to help, but some people afraid, you know. And it's not everybody who have GoFundMe page are doing scams. Some people are doing the real things, you know what I mean? Yeah, but a lot of people out there need help, man, and need a shelter, need some hot food and things, you see me? Yes, my viewers and subscribers. So big up on yourself, so let me know what you think in the comment section. A lion foot with another vlog. I will do it when I boss now, brag. I'm out, not another word out of me mouth. Going back on my work right now, you see me? Yeah, man. Watching? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell before you go, so you always get that alert when I upload a new content. Your support is highly appreciated. May God bless you and your loved ones. Guide and protect you during your going out and coming in. Until next time, stay safe. See you soon.